A lot of you are going to wake up tomorrow to a brand new federally imposed carbon tax, and the premiers of the provinces where that's happening are not thrilled. Ontario's calls it job killing. Saskatchewan's calls it a total disaster. They have tried to avoid it and can't. It is happening. In Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and New Brunswick, those are the last provincial holdouts, the places that refuse to put a price on carbon. So gasoline and natural gas prices will now go up. For the opposition, the political script in reaction to this just writes itself.
This is nothing but a tax grab from hard-working Canadians. This is a tax grab.
In a moment, we'll take you to Ottawa for a closer look at the politics at play. First, though, Cameron MacIntosh gives us a snapshot of 4 provinces bracing for the tax.
More than just a Sunday drive. For many Winnipeggers, a trip to the pump was a must-do.
To fill up before the carbon tax.
For Debbie McDowell, 4 cents a litre adds up.
I think that our government should be able to, yes, help with the environmental causes. They're very important, but I don't know if that needs to be at the cost of the taxpayers.
A view shared by many in Manitoba, Ontario, Saskatchewan, and New Brunswick. 4 provinces that have all opposed federal demands to impose a tax of $20 a ton on greenhouse gases. The new tax will raise gasoline prices about 4 cents a litre, but also comes with a rebate, tax credits for individuals and families starting this spring. The theory, according to the Liberal Environment Minister, consume less, keep more of the money.
We need to take action on climate change, but of course we need to do it in a way that's affordable for Canadians.
But there are warnings consumers will see this in more places than just the pumps and their heating bills, as industry passes costs down.
Any cost input of this size, we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars across Canada, is going to have an impact on the supply chain.
I can tell you for sure that every business, and there are over 500,000 of them affected, has to sort this out.
Then there's the politics of all this. The 4 provinces involved are all run by conservative-leaning governments who see little downside in fighting a Liberal-imposed tax.
It's a harmful policy to the economy in Western Canada in particular, but across our nation.
While few want to pay more, on the street there is plenty of concern over climate change.
I don't have a problem with that, quite frankly. Yeah, the planet's in a bit of a mess.
I feel like there might be other ways to help the environment.
Now, 4 cents a litre is just the beginning. The plan is to actually more than double that tax by 2022, with the intent and hope of driving down emissions and not the economy. Cameron MacIntosh, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Okay, well, this one clearly needs an Ottawa perspective on that. That's why we have Salima Shivji. Salima, I mean, obviously there are some serious risks for the Liberals with this tax.
Yeah, really, it's the confusion surrounding the tax and the rebate that the Trudeau Liberals really need to get past. And that's what the Conservatives have been using as this debate just gets polarized. We saw Andrew Scheer today talking about wanting to scrap the carbon tax altogether if he is elected and basically calling it a tax grab. Very much the same rhetoric that the 4 Conservative premiers have been using about the carbon tax. The Conservatives have also been sending out a slew of robo-text messages telling people to fill up their gas tanks, blaming the Liberals for all of this. And the Liberals also have been trying to get their message out, telling people that it shouldn't be free to pollute and telling people they will be getting the rebate. So it really is interesting that both sides do feel that they can win this war of words on the carbon tax.
Obviously, everything now gets viewed through the prism of a fall election, and through that lens, what do we see here?
Yeah, that's right. With the SNC-Lavalin controversy still dominating the headlines, the Liberals do want to change the channel. They want to talk about climate action and set up that opposition between them and the Conservative Party. It was their topic of their first campaign ad, except it's not such a clear-cut win because the landscape has changed so much since 2015. There are not so many friendly premiers around for Justin Trudeau, so he does have 2 provinces challenging the carbon tax in court on an issue that voters really care about.
Okay, Salima Shivji in Ottawa, thanks very much.
You're welcome.